naye mafethu abanye bazongishaya bazothi, maybe let me make this disclaimer fast quick. Msawumzalwane, I love God so much. Ngisasindisiwe bafethu, sasumzalwane, ne? Please understand that. But nayo into yami, ne? Abanye got some things, but ngi-advocate neDlozi and all those things. I'm not an advocate of neDlozi, but I'm just opening my mind, you know. Because here's the thing that I have a problem with bafethu. Bafethu, my fellow Christians, pastors, bishops, friends, you know, abazalwane. Bafethu. Inkinga enginayo sometimes about abazalwane and Christianity. I don't know sometimes whether salvation or Christianity is valid. Do you understand? Everything, we found it. I'm still on neDlozi. Everything, what you call, as Christians, it's usually founded on the Bible, the Bible. But now, the Bible, I respect it, I honor it, I take it as a word of God. But in open your mind. Think about it, process. Now, when it comes to the Bible, the Bible is made out of the scripts that were found in Israel, in Egypt, in wherever, where Abo Mose, Nabo Bani, Nabo Luke, Nabo Bani, Nabo Paul, Nabo Bani, where to understand? Because these books that are in the Bible, they were written by all those different people. Of which Abanda Bebe Pila, John was Pila Nat. These people, Nabo Luke, Nabo Paul, Nabo Mose, and those are not angels, those are human beings. You understand? They wrote what they felt Unkulunkulu have downloaded to them, as Unkulunkulu is downloading something to you and to me today. But here's the thing, some of the scripts were in different languages, mostly in Greek. That's why if you can see those people about Shumaila, they like maybe Selana, we show off, they will show off on those Greek words. This word is actually a Greek word, it means this, it comes from this. Do you understand? So iBhayibheli, it is a combination of translated scripts that were translated by somebody. Yabo? But now you go into anything, this is me now, anything that have been translated, it is bound to lose its corners of its origin. It can be 99%, it can be 95%, it can be 100%. Do you understand? But however, it is bound somehow, somewhere to lose its original message. That is the challenge that I have. Secondly, I don't believe and I cannot accept Uguti, a book that talks about God can be so small as the Bible. So into it, there are certain scripts that were not included in the version of iBhayibheli lessenayo. Do you understand? And now into yami iti athini lawo script. Athini lawo script. I'm basing this because with this program that I'm running and this channel that I'm running and this talk that I do of Evolve Talk, I've went around talking to different people. We talk about all the aspects of life and everything. Part of that, I've spoke to some professors that are actually scholars of the Bible. And in the feeling the Christians and the bishops and the pastors, certain pastors, they block and they scholars of Bible because they are used by the devil and whatever. These people, they have researched certain information that were not included in the Bible. And if you sit with them, with the Bible, and you understand things differently, to understand from what you already know. Angisho ukuthi iBhayibheli linamanga, angisho ukuthi iBhayibheli akusilona. All I'm saying is iBhayibheli aliphelele. Therefore, into engaphelele, then when you're dealing with it, you should subject your mind into being wise and treat it with open mind and use your brain, ucabange and logic. Sengifuna ukuza kule neDlozi ke manje because of time. I also wish I had enough time to explain these things, but yeah. Into yami ithi with neDlozi. Kuthiwa, okay, ngiqale la. In the beginning, God said, let's make man in our image as fus. In our likeness as fus. So, Tina, so the question that I have is, if Uti, okay, by the way, this message is mostly directed to those mini demons. Abati umusofile, abantu abalele, amademoni. Those mini demons. It means nawe you're a mini demon. It means ukushumayela nje, uhamba yonke le ndawo ushumayela wenza yonke le nto yenzayo uzofa nawe ngelinye ilanga. So you are preparing yourself to be what? To be a demon. Because apparently abantu sebalala amadlozi akithi amathonga akithi siwabiza ngani? Bawabiza ngamademoni amanye abantu. So now into ithi, if we are made in the image of God, then can what is made in the image of God ife ishone kuphele nje ngayo, finish, done, done? How is that possible? How is that possible? How is that possible? Then do we really understand uNkulunkulu? Do we really know this God that we're talking about? If city we are made in the image of God, and this of which made in the image of God dies and it's over, phelile ngayo. Ngibuye ngize la ukuthi kunale verse ethandwa kakhulu elithi umoya bathini, umoya goes back to God and umhlabathi emhlabathini. And the question that I have is, umoya goes back to God where? Where is God? As far as my understanding, God is in heaven, is on earth, is everywhere. Siphinde futhi sithi thina bazalwane uNkulunkulu lives in us. So therefore, if uNkulunkulu is in heaven, is on earth, and God lives in us, and if abantu bakithi dies and the spirit goes back to God, kusho ukuthi abantu bakithi they are with us. Therefore, if we can pray to God that is in us, then, and we can also talk to ourselves, then why can't we talk to the spirit that is the people bagithi asebalala? Because the spirit goes back to God, and the God is on heaven, is everywhere, is within us. Do you understand? How many things that you do and you sit and think, ish, I just saw my dad. You know what I've done now? I just saw my dad. You know what I've done now? I've just saw my mother. You know what I've said now and I've done now? Hi, that was my mother. That wasn't me. But hey, because when all you think is and you know is abantu sabelela amademoni, you won't say that. But too, I'm not trying to, angifuni ukudukisa abantu and angifuni ukulahlekisa abantu. All I'm saying is, asikholweni bafethu simthanda uNkulunkulu, sithandazeni, silifunde iBhayibheli, but asivuleni ingqondo zethu. I'm sure God doesn't mind that ukuthi wasipha nomqondo ukuthi usebenzise. Sivuleni ingqondo zethu, sisebenzise, think, have logic, think logically, and sicabange ezinye izinto. Do you understand? Because honestly, I don't believe ukuthi kuyintando kaNkulunkulu ukuthi sibiza abantu bakithi that were made in his creation ngamademoni, that ukuthi the people that made us, we are what we are today, all that we know. They taught us so many things, they helped us, they took us where we are, just because abasekho then siyakhohlwa ngabo, phelile ngabo, like they never existed, like they're gone, done, too, switch, you know. I forgive me, my fellow bishops. I've got friends, abama bishop, ababazalwana, ababafundisi, that are against neDlozi, that are against these things. I know they're gonna crash. I'm gonna get so many calls, messages, and everything. Betini. But forgive me. This is my logic. This is my thinking. This is my growth in my path of life. And in Teleland, if you differ from my view and you come to me, I wasn't fighting and I'm not fighting with anybody. And I need you to shincha ibelief yakho nevision yakho. It's up to you. Now when you coming to me, uzama ukuthi ukhulume nami ngalento or ufuna ungibonisa vision yakho, don't come and fight. Come and talk to me. Let's talk about it if you really want to talk about it. Let's respect each other and let's respect our different opinions and views when it comes to this. But otherwise, I hope nimnandi nigrand bafethu. Mina ngizomkhonza uNkulunkulu, ngilihloniphe futhi ngil-acknowledge iDlozi and acknowledge abantu bakithi asebalala abangasekho, especially abazali bami abangifundisa bangilethe emhlabeni ngilo engikona today because of them. Salute to ifuze lihle and ukubhela umumbo mhlophe abazali bami. Bafethu ngiyancane ngicela ngani all the time. Salute, cheers.